Hi soulmates, join me, let's draft the pattern for this trendy top you see on the thumbnail. For the drafting of this top, I will start with my back pattern first. Reasons being that the width of my back neckline will be needed for the built-up collar and the front pattern. From my starting line, I will mark my shoulder measurement minus ½ inch. I'm taking out ½ inch because this is going to be a sleeveless top. The width of my neckline will be 2.5 inch and I use 0.75 for the depth of the back neckline. I will just connect from my shoulder line, the shoulder slope to the neckline. Now to get your armhole line, you're going to divide your bust measurement by 6 plus 1.5, and what you have, that is what you're going to be using to get your armhole. Now I'm going to connect my lines together. From my shoulder slope line, I will divide what I have there by 2 just to get the midpoint. And from that midpoint, I'm going to be coming out by 0.5 inch to get my armhole curve. The next thing I'll be adding now is my bust circumference. I divided my bust circumference by 4 and I added what I have there, no extra allowance. And I'll be connecting my bust measurement to my armhole as shown. My shoulder to bust point is 11 inches and that is what I'm marking now. My shoulder to my waistline is 17 inches for the back. This is the back pattern we are drafting. For the front pattern, my shoulder to waist is 18 inches. So we're going to be eliminating that extra 1 inch while we are drafting the front pattern. Now, since we're not going to be adding any zip to the back of this blazer, from my waistline, I came in by 0.5 inch and I'm just going to be connecting that to the upper part of this pattern as shown. And this is to eliminate any bulge at the back of the blazer. From my waistline, I'll take my bust pan measurement, which is 8 inches divided by 2 and I have 4 inches. Now I'm going to come down from my bust point line by 0.5 and I'll also mark my bust pan measurement divided by 2 on the hip line. Now I'll draw lines to connect my dart. Now for the dart, on the waistline, I'll be going in and out by 0.5 inch, which is 1 inch we're going to be using for our dart. Now I'm going to connect this to my dart legs. I will just go ahead to impute my waist circumference divided by 4 on my waistline as shown, and I'll replace my dart of 1 inch. Please take note, I'm not adding any allowance to my pattern. I'll be adding allowance to my fabric. Now I'm going to connect from the bust to the waist. Now I'm going to take my hip measurement as shown and I'll mark that. I'm not replacing any dart at that point and I'm not adding any extra allowance. Now I'll go ahead to connect from my waistline to my hip line. The length of my paper is 24.5 inch and I want the length of my top to be 25. So while cutting on my fabric, I'll add my remaining allowance. The width of my neckline is 2.5 inch and the depth is 0.75. You can do 1 inch or ½ an inch depending on what you want. Now from that, I'll go ahead to mark that. I'm sorry I could not show you what it looks like, but I'll show you after cutting. To get the princess dart effect, you're going to, I placed my ruler this way and I will just connect from my dart to the midpoint of my armhole. After cutting, this is my back piece. Let's work on the front piece. On a fresh pattern paper, from the top, I'll be marking 5 inch from the top. After marking, I'll connect with a straight line. After marking the top part, from my center front, I'm going to be marking 10 inches, and this part is the part we're going to be using for our lapel. I'm just going to take this 10 inches part out and we're going to be working on the front bodies. So just mark 10 inches allowance and connect with a straight line. Now that line is going to be our starting line. I'll go ahead to take my shoulder measurement, divide by 2, and I'll take out ½ inch like I did for the back pattern. I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slant and I will connect that to my 2.5 inch neck width. Now for my shoulder slant, I'll come down by 7.5 for my chest line. After drawing my armhole line, I'll take my bust circumference, divide by 4, and I'll just impute that. I'll measure what I have and mark half of it to get the midpoint of my armhole, and I'll come out by 0.5 inch to get the armhole curve. From my shoulder to my bust point, I have 11 inches. My shoulder to my under bust is 14 inches, but I forgot to impute that. I will do that later. My shoulder to my waist is 18 inches and the full length of my top. So I'll just go ahead to draw my lines. From my bust point line, I will take my bust span measurement, 4 inches. I'll mark that on my bust point, waistline, and also the M line. I'll connect the points with a straight line as shown. Toward the center front, I'll mark ½ inch, and towards the side front, I'll mark ½ inch. That is 1 inch for our darts. I'll come down from my bust point line by ½ inch, and I'm going to be connecting the darts together. On my waistline, I'll take my waist circumference, divide by 4, and I'll add 1 inch for my dart. I'll take my hip measurement and I'm going to connect from my bust to my waist and then to my hip line. The shoulder to under bust I forgot to mark earlier. I just went ahead to mark that and I'll connect. Since my front piece is longer than my back piece with 1 inch, I'll come down for my bust point line by 1 inch as shown. I will just connect it to the dart. While making your basic bodice pattern, you'll discover that the front part is always longer than the back from the shoulder to the waist. So you're going to remove what you have from the front part so that when you're adding zipper to your dress, relax properly. For the princess dart effect, I'll connect from my dart to the mid part of my armhole. While sewing, I do not want to experience any shortage, so I'll just come out by 1 inch and I'll connect it to my armhole, and that will be my new armhole for the front piece. Now for the lapel part, we're going to be making use of our back neckline. So I'm just going to place my tape this way and I'll mark my back neckline, and I have 3 inches. Remember we left 5 inch at the top of our paper. Now on my neckline, I'm going to be slanting my tape and mark 3 inches. You're not going to place your tape straight this way. You're going to be slanting it a little, but do not slant it too much, and you're going to mark what you have your neck width. I'm just going to connect a slant line together. Now from that slanted part, I'm going to be taking the width of my collar. I will be using 3 inches for the width of my collar, and I'm going to slant my ruler as shown and I'll connect together. This blazer has a button allowance and we're going to be adding that now. On my bust point line, I'll mark out 1 inch, and also on my hem line I'll mark out 1 inch, and that is what we're going to be using for the button allowance. I'll connect this with a straight line. For the depth of my V neckline, I used 8 inches. So you can just determine what you want to use for your neckline. Now I'll mark what I have from my center front to my bust measurement as shown, and I have 9 inches. I did not add the button allowance to it, so just from my center point to my bust point. So from that button allowance part, I'm going to be marking the 9 inches I have, and I'll mark that. That is what I'll be connecting from neckline to achieve our collar. I'll place my ruler as shown and I'll connect to the collar this way and also to the button allowance point. After connecting, this is what yours should be looking like. Moving on to the bottom part of my top, I'm going to come down from my waistline by 3 inches as shown. I'll mark that part, and from the center front line I'll go in by 3 inches, almost touching the dart, and I'll connect it. After connecting, go ahead to cut out your pattern. This is what the lapel is looking like. I will just cut out some parts of it. This is optional if you do not want to do this. I'm just going to take out some parts from the edges. This is what the center front is looking like, and this is the lapel. If you've watched this video up to this point, please do not forget to subscribe, like and share this video, and also leave a nice comment in the comment section. If you're new to this channel, please hit the like button, subscribe and join the family. If you're coming back for another video as an old subscriber, thank you so much for sticking around with me. We're going to be sewing this shirt in our next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.